Hi all, welcome to Learn Easy channel. In today's video we are going to continue with IUPAC nomenclature part 3. In the previous video we have seen compounds with only one functional group. We have learned how to write the IUPAC naming for one functional group. In today's video we are going to learn how to name the compound with more than one functional group. So to learn that, first you know the order of priority of functional group. So in the order of priority list for the functional group, first comes is the carboxylic acid group, and then the sulfonic acid, ester, acyl halide, amide, cyano, aldehyde, ketone group, hydroxy, amine, and then the double bond and triple bond. When these functional groups comes in prefix, you should know how to write the name. So when the carboxylic acid group comes as a prefix, we have to write it as carboxy, and this group as sulfo, and this group as alkoxycarbonyl, and this is halocarbonyl, and this is carbamyl, and this is cyano, and for CHO and aldehyde and keto group you can write it as oxo, and for OH it is hydroxy, and it is NH2 as amine, and double bond and triple bond as usual ENE and YNE. Okay, now we learn with different examples. When you see the first compound, you have two functional groups here, OH and NH2. According to the order of priority list, OH comes first. So you have to include OH as a function. You have to take OH as a primary functional group, and you have to include the name OL in the name of the compound, and this amine group will comes as a prefix. So when OH is the functional group, you have to start giving the numbering from this carbon. So 1 and 2. So it is 2-amino ethanol. Okay. Now we'll see the next one. In this one you have OH and Br. Obviously OH is the functional group and Br is a substituent. So we have to start giving the numbering from this carbon atom. So 1, 2 and 3. So it is 3 bromo. So we have to write the substituent first, right? So 3 bromo, propan 1 all. You can write propan 1 all or 1 propanol. Both are same. So we'll move on to the next one. In this one you have a OH group and double bond. Obviously OH will comes first in the priority list. So we have to give start giving the numbering from here 1, 2 and 3. So it is propanol, and in 2 position you have the double bond. So we have to write the name as 2-propene -1 -all. So it is 2 propanol. You can write it as 2 propanol, or you have to give the numbering for the double bond. So 2-propene -1 -all. Both are right. Okay, now move on to the next one. You have an OH group and aldehyde group CHO. So in this one the priority will be given for the aldehyde. So you have to start giving the numbering from this carbon atom 1 and 2. So in 2 position OH group is there. So we have to write the OH group in prefix as hydroxy. So it is 2-hydroxy, 2-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Next compound you have COOH and OH. So the preference will be given for the OH group according to the priority list, and OH will be in the prefix. So you have to write the name, and for OH in the prefix it is 2-hydroxy propanoic acid. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. In this compound you have double bond O. It is a keto group and OH group. So obviously the keto group will be in the priority list. First keto group comes first. So we have to take this as the primary functional group. So we have to give numbering from here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is in 3 position you have OH. So you have to write 3-hydroxy, and it is butanone, right? Butan hyphen. In 2 position you have the functional group, so butane hyphen 2 hyphen 1. So you have to give the numbering for the functional group also, because ketone comes in the middle, right? C double bond O. So you have to include the numbering 2 butane hyphen 2 hyphen 1. Okay, now we move on to the next compound. In this one you have an aldehyde group and OH group. In the priority list, aldehyde comes first, so we have, this will be your primary functional group. So you have to give the numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it is 4 position you have OH, so we have to write the name 4 hydroxy pentanal, right? So we have, when you write the name, it's very important. The spelling is very important. When you write instead of A as E, the whole compound will change, whole name of the compound will be changed. So we have to be very careful in writing the spellings of the compounds. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. In this one, when you see here, you have a carboxylic acid group and OH. Some students will take this as a keto group and OH group, but that is wrong. When you have a C double bond O and OH attached to a same carbon, it is a carboxylic acid group. So there are 2 functional groups. The priority will be given for this COOH. So it is, you have to give the numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it is an hexanoic acid, and in 3 position you have hydroxy OH group. So we have to write the name it as 3 hydroxy hexanoic acid. Okay. We'll move on to the next one. In this one you have a keto group and then the carboxylic acid group. Obviously COH comes first in the priority list, so we have to give the numbering from here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in 3 position you have the keto group. Keto group, when you write in the prefix, you have to write it as oxo, 3 oxo butanoic acid. Okay, move on to the next one. In this one COH group is there and NH2 is there. Obviously in priority list, COH comes as the primary functional group, and this will be as the substituent. So 1, 2 and you have 3 carbon. So it is in 2 position you have NH2 group, so you have to write as 2 amino propanoic acid. To the next compound. In this one you have a double bond O, that is a keto group, and then the cyano group. So the first preference will be given for the cyano group. So you have to include the name of the compound with nitrile, because this is the primary functional group. Okay, start giving the numbering from here. When you give the numbering for the cyano group, you have to include that also as the first carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it is an hexane nitrile, and 5 position you have double bond O, so it is 5 oxo hexane nitrile. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. In this one we have OH and NH2. OH comes first in the priority list, so start giving numbering from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in 3 position there is a primary functional group, so it is an hexane 3 all, and 5 position you have amine group, so it is 5 amino hexane hyphen 3 hyphen all. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. In this one you have the COH group, OH group, chlorine and alkoxy. Chlorine and it is an halogen, and alkoxy group, both you have to include in the prefix list. And when you take OH and COH will be the primary functional group. So start giving the numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. So it is in 5 position you have the OMe, that is the methoxy group, and in 4 position you have chlorine, and in 3 position you have hydroxy group, and the primary functional group is COOH. So we have to include the name as pentanoic acid. Okay, first we have to write the name of the substituent. So according to the alphabetical order, it is 4-chloro and 3-hydroxy, 4-chloro, 3-hydroxy, and in 5 position you have methoxy. You have to write the name of the substituent in alphabetical order. So 5-methoxy pentanoic acid. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. In this one you have COOH group and cyano group and then the NH2 group. So obviously COOH comes first, so this will be your primary functional group. Start giving the numbering from here. Okay, so it is an hexanoic acid and in 5 position you have amino and 4 position cyano. So first give the prefix name 5-amino and 4 position you have cyano, 4-cyano hexanoic acid. Okay, now we move on to the next one. You have 2 functional group and you have the primary functional group is COOH. So start giving the numbering from that carbon. So it is, you have 7 carbons, so it is an heptanoic acid and in 7th position you have CHO, 7-oxo heptanoic acid. Okay, now move on to the next one. In this one you have a COOH group and CH4. The priority list, COOH comes first, so this is the primary functional group. So start giving the numbering from here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is butanoic acid and 4 position you have CHO, it is 4-oxo butanoic acid. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. In this one you have an ethyl and methyl as a substituent and the functional group is double bond, or that is keto group and the double bond. So obviously this will be your primary functional group. So start giving the numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first you have to write the name of the substituent according to the alphabetical order. So it is 6-ethyl, 5-methyl, it is cyclo hex, and in 2 position you have the double bond cyclohex 2-ene -1. 1 position you have keto group, so -1 ONE. Okay, 6-ethyl 5-methyl cyclohex 2-ene 1-O. This is the IUPAC name for the above compound. I hope you are clear with this concept. If you have any doubt in this concept, please post your doubts in the comment section. Thank you and thanks for watching.